And you've got DDP and Khamzat Chimaev, who emerges from that.
But DDP, man, he is something else, bro. For so long, we thought he just was bad. He's not. He's really good. He's like really, really good.
Dricus Du Plessis, the UFC middleweight champ. His shoulders look like boulders, and deep lines cut across his abs like tiger stripes. For a second, you wonder if someone drew him with a comic book filter, but nope, it is real muscle earned through thousands of squats and sprints. Within minutes, fans across the world hammer the comment button. Some type, bro, he just unlocked Super Saiyan mode. Others worry, big muscles drink big oxygen. Will he gas out when the real storm hits? Before that roar dies down, another headline crashes through. Conor McGregor just lost an appeal in court and now faces another lawsuit tied to an incident from 2018. He fires back on social media, calling the case a shakedown and promising to fight until only truth remains.
A civil jury in Ireland finds that mixed martial arts fighter Conor McGregor sexually assaulted a woman in a hotel penthouse during a night of heavy partying.
While the Irish star rages online, retired wrestler Ben Askren posts a calm nighttime video from a hospital bed, teaching why every tough moment can be a gift if you choose to see it that way. 3 totally different stories, yet all show fighters wrestling with pressure, physical, legal, and mental on the biggest stage possible. And as the internet spins, millions watch, react, and wonder what tomorrow's twist will bring next. Arman Tsarukyan has spent the last 6 months chasing Ilia Topuria the way a hungry dog chases a runaway truck, refusing to slow down even for a second. Every interview, every tweet, every backstage camera shot shows Arman repeating the same clear message: fight me or hand over that gold.
You out, he called Gaethje out. Paddy was the one, though, that walked into the Octagon. How did he become the one that got into the Octagon and it wasn't you, the #1 contender?
It was the Joe Rogan mistake, and he shouldn't call his even name, bring him to the Octagon. I said, this is not sport, this is WWE.
Topuria, freshly crowned after beating Charles Oliveira, smiles like a prankster and says he might drop the belt before giving Arman a payday. Fans split in half. Some love Ilia's swagger, calling it smart business. Others see pure ducking. Even former champ Daniel Cormier speaks up on a podcast, reminding people that Arman's one late notice withdrawal should not erase all the times he showed up ready to scrap. To keep the noise loud, Arman posts an Instagram clip from inside a sleek Rolls Royce, joking that if competitive eater Joey Chestnut won't duck him, neither should Topuria. Memes sprout quicker than weeds after rain. Arman riding a hot dog float, Ilia sprinting away with cartoon smoke clouds behind him. Yet underneath the jokes sits real tension. Will the new king defend his crown like legends do, or will matchmakers choose a flashier name, leaving Arman cooling on the sidelines?
So if he wants to assure his title shot, he has to fight with Justin Gaethje, because if he fights with Arman, I think that Arman's gonna beat him. So the easiest path he has right now to get the title shot is Justin.
Okay, thank you.
Stylistically.
The standoff grows spicier by the day. Everyone waits for the next tweet to tip the balance. $700,000 is a number most people only see in video game leaderboards or lottery dreams. Yet that is the fee one rumor says Khamzat Chimaev's team wanted for a single hour on streamer Aiden Ross's channel. Aiden shared the price tag during a live chat, nearly choking on his own laughter. Viewers spammed LOL and cap in the scrolling sidebar, while meme pages slapped the figure onto screenshots of luxury cars and private jets. Some hardcore fans argued the price makes sense because Khamzat's unbeaten record, fiery personality, and global fan base could draw millions of clicks, turning the stream into an advertising goldmine.
Who you got, Chimaev versus DDP? I've got DDP over Chimaev. I've got Dricus Du Plessis winning. I think Dricus survives round 1 and finishes Chimaev in the later rounds. Dricus is a really good fundamental base in jiu-jitsu.
Others said it smelled like a wild bluff, a fishing expedition to see how deep the streamer's pocket really goes. Not to be outdone, Michael Chandler jumped on X, formerly Twitter, and offered to join the stream for way less than 700 Kelvin, adding a winking face. His playful jab racked up likes, showing how even polite trash talk can grab free headline. The whole saga highlights a new battlefield where fighters trade not just punches but digital appearances, sponsorships, and viral moments. In 2025, clout equals cash, and every outrageous number keeps social feeds buzzing long after the stream ends.
Khamzat's an incredible fighter, but you're fighting in the top 5 of the UFC. Everybody's incredible fighters. He has this one thing that works for him, and it's been good, but You know, Khamzat is an absolute animal, absolutely. But I mean, you look at the Gilbert Burns fight, which you could have scored either way. You look at the Kamaru Usman fight.
Nobody knows if the check would ever clear. Max Holloway walks to the microphone with his usual surfer grin, but his right hand is wrapped like a gift no one wants to open. Just weeks earlier, he outboxed Dustin Poirier in a 5-round classic that had fans standing in their living rooms. Commentators shouted that Blessed was back and maybe heading toward a new lightweight title shot. Then the x-ray came. Small fractures laced the hand bones like cracked glass, and doctors warned that one wrong punch could shatter everything. Max tells reporters he will meet a specialist, probably skip the rest of 2025, and focus on full healing. The announcement feels like someone hit pause during the best part of a movie.
That's why I kept looking up at the clock. I said, when are we doing this? Yeah, you saw me looking at the clock a few times. I'm like, well, okay, that's 25 seconds left. I said, not time yet. Then we pointed down. I said, okay, I oblige. And then he hit me with a few shots. And I said, okay, we're going to wrestle a little bit. Let me clinch up. There's only 8 seconds left.
Social media fills with sad face emojis and highlight clips of Max's famous volume punching, almost like a digital get-well card. Yet Max stays positive. He reminds fans that good things take patience, just like perfect wave sets on Oahu's North Shore. In the meantime, other lightweights smell opportunity. Names like Justin Gaethje and Charles Oliveira circle the rankings, eager to grab looks from the big bosses. Max's delay could shuffle the entire division, but the Hawaiian says he will return with sharper boxing, stronger kicks, and most of all, rested bones ready to write another chapter very soon. Sean O'Malley slides into a podcast studio wearing neon sneakers, purple sunglasses, and a grin that tells you he enjoys every second of being famous.
Give us your thoughts on what you would like to do next.
Dana, give me a jet to Spain, baby. I'm coming for Ilia Topuria.
With the bantamweight belt no longer around his waist, he laughs about how easy it feels to hit 136 pounds instead of championship weight. No more title cuts, baby, he says, fists pumping like he just won a carnival prize. Hosts ask if he will bulk up for featherweight. Sean spins the mic, saying 6 or 7 months of serious lifting could add 5 pounds of pure muscle on his tall frame. Coach Tim Welch, sitting off camera, nods and explains that at 5'11" and walking around at 160, Sean has room to grow without losing speed. Clips of the interview jump across TikTok. Some viewers cheer, predicting spinning kick knockouts against longer opponents. Others warn that bigger wrestlers at 145 might dump him on the mat. Sean shrugs, saying every fight is just another video game level to beat.
So you can make that 18, 20-pound cut to 35 real easy.
Oh, yeah. To 136 now, though, baby.
Oh.
Yes, sir. No more champ bull. We got them 3-round banger. Yee!
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking about.
good.
I'm 5 round.
He cares more about excitement than rankings, and money fights top every wish list. Whether he stays at bantamweight or ventures upward, the rainbow-haired striker promises 2 things: colorful entrances and finishes that leave judges unemployed. Fans buckle up, certain his next walkout will break the internet again. Conor McGregor's social media pages sometimes feel like time bombs wrapped in glitter. One tap and headlines explode. The newest blast comes after an Irish court denies his appeal in a civil case linked to a 2018 nightclub incident. Within minutes, Conor posts a string of voice notes and giant text blocks, calling the verdict madness and vowing to keep swinging in court just like he swings inside the cage. Reporters dig up fresh documents, noting that the plaintiff is now suing former neighbors for changing their sworn stories. Podcast panels debate whether Conor's refusal to settle is bravery, stubbornness, or simply brand management. Meanwhile, the fighter uploads training clips, shadow boxing on a yacht deck, kicking heavy bags under neon lights, and importantly, a screenshot showing he has re-entered the USADA testing pool. Supporters flood comments with clover emojis and goat hashtags. Critics reply with clown faces. For every legal setback, McGregor counters with a promise of knockout returns, keeping both camps glued to their feeds. The saga underlines how modern athletes juggle multiple arenas, courtrooms, cages, and social networks. Conor's final message of the week: truth will win. See you soon. Whether that means in front of a judge or under UFC lights remains the great question for curious fans. While superstar stories hog headlines, the UFC schedule keeps ticking like a factory clock, stamping out fresh matchups for hungry fighters. Over in Shanghai, featherweights Yi Jia and Weston Wilson signed bout agreements for the 23rd of August. Each man holds a mixed record, 3 wins and 2 losses in the last 5, so this clash could act as a ladder or trapdoor. Keenan Song falls off the card, replaced by local welterweight Tai Norai, who rides a 5-fight win streak and dreams of debut fireworks before his home crowd. Jump across continents to Paris, where veteran Brad Tavares gears up for his record-setting 28th middleweight walk to the Octagon, this time against Poland's Robert Brejčak. Brad's steady jab and granite chin have turned him into the sports version of a reliable city bus. Maybe not flashy, but always arriving on time. Meanwhile, outside the cage, former interim champ Dustin Poirier announces he will focus on ESPN desk work. Fans cheer, knowing his southern drawl and fight IQ make breakdowns easy to follow.
This will be the last time I'm ever 155 pounds in my life. I can promise you that.
Hidden in the fine print of all these notes sits one more nugget. Official trackers list exactly one USADA sample from Conor McGregor this year, proving paperwork matches his social media claims. Little by little, the season's chessboard takes shape, and every update shifts someone's future. Fans keep score like eager statistician. Ben Askren appears on screen propped up by pillows, hospital gown patterned with tiny blue bears that make viewers smile before he even speaks. His face carries a few fresh wrinkles, but his eyes sparkle the same way they did when he first won Olympic team trials years ago. He explains that doctors replaced part of his hip, so wrestling, jogging, and even tying shoes hurt for now. Friends worry he feels trapped by restrictions. Ben shakes his head. "I'm grateful," he says, voice warm like morning Sunday. The other choice was not being here. He tells young athletes to flip their words from "I have to" into "I get to." Have to train becomes get to improve. Have to study becomes get to learn secrets others will never know. He calls this mindset a superpower, stronger than biceps or abs because no surgery can remove it. Comments flood in. Teens promise to stop complaining about math homework. Weekend warriors vow to enjoy early gym sessions. Even rival fighters share the clip, saying perspective keeps them balanced when fame feels heavy. Ben ends by flexing a thin biceps, laughing that it will return bigger soon, and reminds everyone to be grateful for the chance, not just the win each day. The spark for today's frenzy, the picture of Dricus Du Plessis standing shirtless in bright gym light, keeps setting comment sections on fire like fresh lava. His chest looks armored, and an 8-pack cuts across his stomach like a waffle iron. Some fans zoom in and measure imaginary body fat percentages, declaring he must be under 8%. Others post side-by-side shots from his earlier camps, pointing out thicker delts and sharper obliques. One bravely jokes that Dricus stole Captain America's serum. Yet critics raise eyebrows, arguing that rapid body change can rob a fighter's gas tank.
Hey, I'm gonna smash that guy and knock him out 1 minute, guys. I promise you.
They remind everyone of bouts where hulking muscles flooded with lactic acid by round 2. Strategy geeks note Dricus' wide hips might prevent Khamzat Chimaev from locking a tight body lock, while wrestling purists counter that leverage beats size. Amid all this chatter, Dricus uploads a short video. Crisp 1-2 combinations, explosive sprawls, then a wink at the camera. The clip racks more likes than some main card promos. Meanwhile, Khamzat answers with his own training montage full of chain wrestling and hill sprints, as if to say, big muscles, small problem. Countdown clocks appear on screensavers, and fantasy bettors argue in group chats until batteries die. The stage is set, hearts race, and nobody wants to blink until fight night. Take a step back, and the week feels like a living comic strip. Panels packed with flexing champs, courtroom plot twists, giant price tags, and life lesson monologues. Each headline flashes for a moment, then passes the torch to the next, creating an endless relay that keeps fight fans glued to screens at breakfast, lunch, and midnight. Dricus' shredded photo plants seeds of doubt in Khamzat's camp. McGregor's lawsuit keeps lawyers busy while also stoking hype for a possible comeback. Tsarukyan's memes pressure Topuria. And on a quieter frequency, Ben Askren teaches everyone to turn problems into power. These stories may seem separate, yet they all share one core theme. How you handle heat defines you more than the heat itself. Fighters lift heavier, heal longer, argue louder, or reflect deeper, all just different ways of saying, I'm still in the game. So, as notifications buzz and new angles appear, choose the parts that inspire you. Maybe it's Max Holloway's patience, Sean O'Malley's daring, or Dustin Poirier's smooth shift into commentary.